This lion reunited with her owner after years, while these guys just seem to be having fun. These are the most unbelievable animal moments ever. If you're doggone tired, maybe just hitch a ride on a friendly horse. When you just want some alone time but your pet elephant's in the mood to be social.
Hey, no.
After being apart for almost 7 years, this lioness remembered the man who saved her as a cub all those years ago. I'm not gonna lie, I was convinced he was lunch as soon as she pounced, but it just goes to show a little kindness goes a long way.
Give me a kiss.
Cows aren't the brightest animals on the farm. They'll regularly confuse windows with doors. This guy just wanted a photo with a frill-necked lizard. Apparently this little guy's camera shy. This kind of scenario would normally shock me, but if you've ever caught a New York cab, when it comes to the driver, there isn't much difference in smell. Just like humans, cats can get frustrated when things don't work out. Despite her many attempts, just wasn't her lucky day. Fish one, cat all. Although there's one bear that definitely feels a little left out.
Hey, listen!
This starts out as just another generic dance video, but she's very quickly interrupted by an uninvited guest. I have so many questions about how it was able to open the door in the first place. When this duck found itself inside a tiger pond, it looked like Peking duck was back on the menu. But for this little guy, it's not dinner time, it's playtime. This guy's got fish whispering down to a fine art. Move over, Aquaman. There's a new fishy superhero in town, and he doesn't even need a fishing rod. It's not every day you see a cat masterfully climb down a rope. I mean, what did you expect? For him to use the elevator?
Bomb has been defused.
Of all the places to have an impromptu dance party, an upside-down whale is probably one of the worst, but hey, I'm not the one to judge. These sugar gliders are so well trained, they'll fly to your outstretched hand as soon as you put it up. It sounds fun until you're trying to wait. When it was time to take the trash out, let's just say things took an odd turn. Hope he didn't end up locking himself in.
Surprise.
You know your horse is fast when it can keep up with busy highway traffic. It must be all that extra horsepower.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
Tickling stingrays gets a surprisingly cute response, but you're not fooling anyone with that smile. I know how dangerous you can be. This guy just wanted a bear hug, not an actual hug from a bear, but when it didn't rip them apart and eat them, everyone decided to get in on the action.
You don't see that every day.
This pizza delivery girl was already a little confused when the receipt said, 1 banana pizza, no cheese. But it all made sense when someone answered the door. When you see a chimpanzee relaxing at the lakeside with a pair of sunglasses, a straw hat, and banana smoothie, what do you think he's doing? Minding his own business, that's what. I've heard of sled dogs before, but never sled tigers. This one might not be too fond of leashes, but like all cats, he instantly reacted with absolute joy. Skiing that freshly powdered snow in Canada's alpine region is supposed to be a relaxing, casual affair. Obviously, this moose didn't get the memo. Cruising down the final straight, this girl's already thinking about where she's going to place her trophy. That is until a dog joins in and pips her at the finish line. When this trainer came to visit the lions she'd raised from cubs, it was pretty obvious the pair of big cats recognized her. Now I know they're being gentle, but one swipe from those massive paws and it's lights out. But for now, it's cuddles all around. The one downside of surprises is that you need other people to plan them. But there's one surefire way to surprise yourself. Just leave your car door open. You never know what might jump out. We'd all love to have a security team on standby at all times, but maybe all you need is a well-trained cat. You might have heard the story of Goldilocks 2. It's the sequel where the bears come back looking for revenge. This husky figured out how to use that to avoid being eaten by an animal. Sometimes it's best to stay still and calm, and other times you should run. On a rural road in China, this farmer makes a weekly pilgrimage with a flock of over 300 ducks. He seems to enjoy the job, but for motorists stuck behind this parade, it's not all it's quacked up to be. This is one of those things where by the end, you've got more questions than answers. For example, why is there an army of pigs roaming the streets late at night? Who's leading them? And is this going to affect bacon prices? Usually a tiger's diet doesn't include large buses, so imagine the passenger's surprise when a whole streak of them began chasing the bus. Something tells me they don't have a ticket. Tarzan's come a long way since swinging through the jungle looking for Jane. These days, he's befriended a white lioness that could easily turn him into dinner. Normally in colder climates, people use sled dogs to pull them through the harsh conditions. This dog would rather do it all himself, running to the top of the hill and sliding back down, loving every second. How many of you can say you've played tug-of-war with a lion and won? I vote Bradley Martin on my team for round 3 of the Squid Game. This is a whole new form of shark cage diving that I'm sure he never wanted to try. Just when you thought this was yet another video showing someone terrified of a tiny dog, things take a wholesome twist.
Give me a kiss.
This cat's obviously just been